Aviv.
The FAA banned flights to Israel after a Hamas rocket made a direct hit on a home in a town next to Israel's Ben Gurion airport. This follows heightened concerns after the Malaysian airliner was shot down over Ukraine. This is the arrivals hall at Ben Gurion Airport. Usually there's hundreds of people here waiting for family or friends, but now it's nearly deserted. The last time this many flights were canceled because of war was back in 1991 during the first Gulf War.
Right now we've got a lot of passengers stuck abroad with American Airlines and European Airlines. I think as a solidarity you should come here. There is no reason to give up to the Hamas and close the Israeli airport.
Transportation Minister Yaakov Katz said there's no reason to stop flights to and from Ben Gurion because it's a secure airport. Thousands of passengers were stranded overnight at Israel's Ben Gurion Airport and elsewhere on their way to Israel. David Maimon, president of Israel's national airline, El Al, says they'll do what they can to pick up the slack.
Increase the frequency of the flights, and we do everything that we can do to bring the passengers back to home.
Meanwhile, the international community is scrambling to get a ceasefire, but the battle continues. 2 Israeli soldiers were killed overnight in Gaza. Israel struck some 200 targets in 24 hours, including 100 in the Hamas stronghold of Sajaya.
We are striking Hamas in its rocket capabilities, its tunnel capabilities. We've exposed over 23 tunnels.
Still, Hamas continued to fire rockets at Israel on Wednesday. The IDF also released these maps showing how Hamas is entrenched in civilian areas as the death toll climbed above 600. They released this footage showing 2 terrorists escaping in an ambulance. UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon on Tuesday condemned the use of civilians as human shields, but urged the 2 sides to reconcile.
Stop fighting, start talking, and take on the root causes of the conflict so we are not back to the same situation in another 6 months or a year.
What grievance can we solve for Hamas? Their grievances that we exist. They don't even want a 2-state solution. They don't want any state solutions.
Chris Mitchell, CBN News, Ben Gurion Airport, Tel Aviv.